So I know a lot of guys don't want to hear it, and a lot of you guys don't want to hear it, and sometimes, you know, my clients get a bit upset, and I've been like that myself. But now I'm going to tell you the things that you need to do to build your confidence and, you know, get your mental health in a good place and feel good about yourself. Now obviously that doesn't mean that you're not going to have bad days. Everybody has bad days, so let's not read into that too much, but you're not going to have too many bad days, and you're going to have more good days, and you're going to be more consistently happier, confident, more optimistic, more disciplined. And on days where you're struggling, I'm going to give you a practice so you've got some tools so you can reduce the suffering, get yourself into a good place. So I'll say it again. All of you are going to say, you know, you already know this. I'm going to say it again. You have to exercise. And I was just going for a walk today around the park, just having a nice day, and I thought I need to explain this. If I say to loads of you, go to the gym, most of you, you're not going to do it. Reason why you're not going to do it is because you don't want to face your fear. You don't want to think about it. You're stressed out. I understand problems, stresses, the future, the past, depression. I've been through all of it. You're not going to want to do it because you're going to think, I'm not in the mood, or what's the point, or I used to be really good at it. How many times have I said that? I used to be really good at the gym. I used to have a six-pack. I used to be in shape. Yeah, that was before, used to. What about now? So if you can get past your pride, if you can get past ignorance, if you can get past your anger, if you can take my advice and see it through to the end, you ain't really going to have a problem. Because fit body, fit mind. Listen, it's almost impossible to be depressed every day, paranoid, stressed out your head, anxious, insecure, beating yourself up. It's almost, I'm not saying it's impossible, it's almost impossible when you're super fit and you're super in shape. Now I'm going to give an example, just an extreme to stress a point. I don't want you guys to compare yourself. David Goggins, he come from a bad place. He went through all the struggles that you guys did and I did. Anxiety, social anxiety, bullying, trauma, people putting him down. Look where he's at now. What does David Goggins always talk about? Running for mental toughness, running for fitness. Goggins has helped me. It works, but of course, it takes a lot of strength, takes a lot of discipline, because it's not, for most of my clients and most guys, and I got enough experience, I've been training for over 20 years, right? Most of the time, it's not the actual exercises, it's getting to the gym. It's getting past the morning anxiety. It's getting past all the negative thoughts, all those horrible emotions, all the feelings of not feeling good enough, and all the thoughts and all those emotional problems and negative thoughts. That's the discipline. It's making yourself do it when you don't feel like it. You know, you've heard Mike Tyson speak about it from his mentor. I think Ali used to quote it, Muhammad Ali. Discipline is doing something you hate, but doing it like you love it. And what I get from that is what I'm saying. You've got to make yourself do it. You can't go on the premise that I don't feel like it. If we wait to feel like it, we might die waiting. It might be 100 years. If I waited in order till I felt like doing YouTube videos, I'm not saying I wouldn't do them. I probably would do them a couple of times a year. Most of the time I don't feel like doing them. I don't feel like setting the camera up, you know, charging the battery, getting the audio right, putting on smart clothes, having to also push myself, you know, face my fears, help other people. But when I do it, I enjoy it. And the more I do it, the more I build momentum. So going to the gym, it's not enough. It's not enough. You have to stick to it. When I come out of hospital in 2017, after having a great life, being successful, and obviously I had a mental breakdown, when I first started going to the gym, I was feeling sorry for myself a bit. I was thinking, it's not really doing anything. I'm still feeling depressed. I'm still having all these stresses. I'm still worrying about everything. What's going on here? Then I realized it's too early, it's too premature. I've just got to appreciate being in the gym. So you've got to find gratitude every day in the smallest things if you want to get past these anxieties and get in a good place. And then I realized, how did I get in good shape before when I was in my 20s? I dedicated my whole life to it. I got around other people, friends that felt the same way, and I went gym with them. And when they couldn't go gym, I went on my own. And I started to remember, it takes work. You know, I remember a friend saying to me, I was coaching a client from America, and there was some truth in this. And guys, don't take it out of context, because people tend to do that. to take one word and say, he said that, you know, he said, I'm in therapy for life. And he was explaining something, and I said, that makes sense. What he meant was, he didn't actually mean that he's with a therapist for life, but what he meant was, you've got to take action for life, for all your life. You've got to be disciplined every day. You know, you can't just go on the premise that, well, I went work yesterday, I don't want to go work today. You're going to lose your job. So why don't you have the same attitude when it comes to your own mental health? You know, why don't you value your mental health more than money, more than social media clicks and all that stuff? Most of it is artificial. Value your mental health, and then all of the other things will come as a result. So fit body, fit mind. You have to commit to gym, you have to stick to it, and you've got to do it long term. And people often ask me, you know, Jonathan, how long will it take till I see results? I can't give you an exact time, I can't do that, but just a ballpark figure, 6 months. 6 months. The reason why, guys, I'm 30 pounds lighter, because I've been training since 2017 right to the present day now is 2023. Obviously we all had COVID, so COVID got in the way and it set me back. I made no excuses. Now before 2017, before I was in a good place and I obviously wasn't mentally unwell, if you go back years, I trained all my life. That's why I was in shape. You know, that's why in my 20s I had a six-pack, I was slim, I was ripped, I had a great physique, and I was fit and passionate. So you've got to work out, you've got to exercise. You can't keep, listen, I know that healthy diet is good for you, but I didn't do it for many years. Why didn't I do it? Because I was scared to do it. I was making excuses. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want that conversation. Listen, I ain't telling you guys what to do. I'm not telling you how to live. And I'm not putting you down, and I'm not patronizing you, but I'm doing my job. What I love, what you guys are on my channel for, and you don't have to be here. I'm giving you confidence coaching. I'm giving you advice that I'm confident works, because it's worked for me, it's worked for loads of people, and I keep telling you guys, I learned this from going to the boxing gym. That's why you see me hitting the bag. I'm not trying to be a tough guy, and I'm not trying to be a boxer. I'm not a boxer anymore, but I like boxing as a way of keeping fit. It keeps me sharp, and it keeps my mental health good. And it keeps it very stable, so then I can help other people. So I'm going to keep saying it, and I don't care if I lose all the subscribers, and I don't care if no one's watching or they're bored of it. I'm going to keep saying it until it gets through, till it gets to the point where you guys are sick and tired of listening to me. You're sick and tired of me hearing it. You're just going to go to the gym, you're going to work out, you're going to get into it, you're going to fall in love with fitness, you're going to lose some weight, you're going to feel good about yourself, and then you're going to be happy that you did it. So, you know, that's going to the gym. You can't say, listen, there's knowing, you can say, yeah, I already knew that. There's knowing and there's doing. You can say, yeah, I know that eating veg and eating healthy and eating fruit is good for you. But if you're not eating if you're not eating fruit and you're not eating veg, then you don't know, then you're not doing it. So it's not the same reality. I've said it before, you can't just read books and just repeat things that you've heard. You've got to live it. You've got to do it for yourself, for no one else. You've got to take some responsibility. You've got to be accountable. You've got to stop being a victim. You've got to stop feeling sorry for yourself in a way which is negative and destructive. There's a difference between having compassion. I'm all for compassion, 100%. I think a lot of men need to be compassionate to themselves, but you know, in the right direction. Otherwise, nothing's going to change. You're just going to continue having all these issues. So that's how you do it.